It is relatively difficult to see someone with a red hair, only 1% to 2% of people are congenital red hair. So if you see a man with a reddish or completely red beard but obviously not a carrot head, you may want to turn around and look again. What science lies behind these interesting beards? Especially in the beard of dark, blonde and even gray-haired men. This follicular surprise has not escaped the attention of researchers like Nina Jablonski, an anthropology professor at Penn State University and focusing on the biology of hair tones. Especially in young people, I've seen many men with a red beard and red hair, a little reddish beard and light brown, blonde or red blonde hair, he says. According to the Telegraph newspaper, most red-haired people live in Celtic countries such as Scotland, Ireland and Wales. These are followed by England and Scandinavian countries. Perhaps as you might guess, these scarlet ringlets appear as a result of a genetic mutation. In particular, with a mutation in the gene known as MC1R. This gene, besides pigment production in hair cells, it also controls clear skin, inadequate tanning ability and perception of pain. This may explain why regional anesthesia has little effect on red hair. Hair color is determined by the ratio of two different pigments to each other. While the pigment of omelanin is responsible for black shades, the pigment of pheomelanin causes red tones. People with black or dark brown hair probably only have the pigment of omelanin, or at least that's the dominant pigment. On the other hand, in blondes, there are fewer amounts of both pigments than dark-haired and red-haired friends. Also, red hair, of course, mostly contains pheomelanin. One task of the MC1R gene is to code for a protein called melanosortin. The task of this protein is to turn the red pigment into a black pigment. But if a person has a double mutation in this gene, the resulting proteins are not very effective and red hair appears. So what happens when a person has a red beard with his brown hair? The answer to this question is that some interesting genetic factors are at work, according to Jablonski. This situation is almost certainly, it is because the MC1R gene in the beard roots is expressed differently than the hair in the scalp. The result is a different blend of dark brown omelanin and yellow-red pheomelanin, says Jablonski. In other words, the same gene behaves differently in different parts of the body, and probably because it is just a mutation in the MC1R gene rather than a double mutation. So this person effectively carries the red-haired gene. This phenomenon occurs as some men get older, and it usually happens when they reach their 40th birthday. According to Jablonski, this is probably because the pigment-producing cells in the hair and beards age at different rates. So you don't have to be young and red hair to have a red beard. Author, Benjamin Plackett, Live Science.